Well, I have to say, first and foremost, immensely grateful and full of gratitude for all the wonderful experiences of the political journey that I've been on for the last 13 years. It'll be 15 years come 2026. But the time is right for me, but also my family. I think by that point, come 26, to step away from frontline politics, to see where else I can make a contribution to some of the biggest challenges our world faces. But also, look, politics should have a mix of experience. It should have those who've got experience, but also some fresh ideas and fresh faces. And by stepping away in 2026, I give the opportunity for some fresh ideas and fresh faces to come forward.
I know you're stepping back from frontline politics, but are you still going to be involved in the SNP? Would you, for example, recommend anyone to be the next MSP for Glasgow Pollock?
Well, first of all, I'll let the local branch decide who the local candidate will be for Glasgow Pollock, and I'll obviously keep campaigning for the SNP and campaign for Scottish independence. Those issues are very close to my heart. When it comes to frontline politics, what I would do is offer any politician, regardless of which political party they're in actually, if they ever want advice from what I've done right, but also what I've done wrong over the years, I'm always happy to provide that advice. And I've always benefited, I have to say, from good conversations, not just from people in my own party, but from across the political divide.
If I can take you back to your decisions around ending the Butte House agreement, I know you still feel this was ultimately the correct call to make, but you feel that it could have been executed in a better way. You know, if you could go back in time, how would you have done it better? How would you have brought the end of this power sharing deal about in a better way than they ultimately did?
Well, look, if you find that mythical time machine, do let me know, because there's a few things I might want to change in the past. But look, from my perspective, I'm a great believer that things happen for a reason. Even if I had managed to get to an agreement with the Greens to terminate the Butte House agreement in a way that was to their satisfaction, I'm not sure that would have been possible, but if it was, then we would have had a general election a couple of months after that, and I'm not sure I would have survived the result of that general election. Very different for John Swinney. He was only in power for a few weeks. I would have been in power as leader of the SNP for well over a year by that point. So look, these things happen for a reason, and I don't focus or dwell too much on those regrets. I'm one to look forward to, of course, continue to represent my constituents until 2026, but also where else can I make a contribution?
So in other words, you felt that having the Greens in government, if you'd had the same election result that John Swinney had earlier this year, that would have still made the BHA unsustainable. There would have been too many questions about it.
No, look, first of all, I don't think there probably was a way for us to end the Butte House agreement that would have been acceptable to the Greens, because that would have meant the Greens out of government, and I don't think they would have accepted that in any other way than voting against the government or the First Minister at the time. So I don't think there was a way to do as Gwyneth Paltrow and Chris Martin did once, which was consciously uncouple. I don't think there was a way to really do that. Look, I can reflect over that, I can debate whether that was true or not. But ultimately things happen for a reason, and I'm really pleased that the progress the First Minister has made in terms of the party's political agenda, but also the fact that he's not encumbered with the Butte House agreement has allowed him, I think, to focus on the issues that really matter to the people.
And